Well, hospital porters' pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order. Good morning, HPANWO TV viewers. It's Monday morning, and the second Exopolitics Expo Leeds 2010 is over. Now, I'm feeling that usual uncomfortable feeling where we're just having to go back to the real world, so-called. You know, the usual sort of thing, the sort of culture shock of normal society again after that 2-day immersion in alternatives. Well, I've learnt an awful lot as well. You know, it's been a good crowd of people, good speakers. Fewer people than I thought. You know, it's about 140, which so it's a smaller scale conference than most. I hope that's not too few. You know, I hope David and Anthony don't sort of like end up at a loss for this. You know, financially, because I'd like to see more of these events take place. So you know, I'd like to come to future ones. You know, and help them out wherever I can in those terms. But I met some good people, listened to some good speakers, made some friends. I've learned an awful lot. I've learned that there's absolute irrefutable evidence that anti-gravity research has taken place and has been successful. I've learned that technology has been weaponised. I've learnt that the space exploration is very tightly censored and controlled, and that what we see from the space agencies is not what's really going on. I've learnt that the 9/11 conspiracy and the conspiracy to keep UFOs secret are intimately linked, and they go together. They are basically proportional. I've learnt that the media plays its own role in suppressing information and distorting and confusing people. I've learnt that there are hackers like Gary McKinnon who are revealing incredible secrets, and I've learnt how governments react when these people actually do what they do. I've learnt that the police are now involved, and there are policemen who are witnesses to UFOs, and how many of them are now coming forward and carrying out their own research and their own campaign for disclosure. I've learnt that scientists, serious scientists, you know, at conferences on exobiology, the discovery of extraterrestrial life at places like the Vatican and even the Royal Society, you know, even though that are discussing UFOs privately and confidentially off the record, even though they may be taboo officially. I've learnt that there are there's an incredible spiritual dimension to UFOs, that aliens are actually interested in children, and they're actually educating a whole new generation of young children to save the world. And above all, I've learned about disclosure, the campaign to end the truth embargo on UFOs, the campaign to release all the information, technology and benefits of the UFO phenomenon that the governments have discovered and hoarded for the well-being of all mankind. Do you know what? I feel slightly at odds with the exopolitical movement, and I don't feel I really belong in it, because I don't believe willing disclosure will ever take place. No, I don't. I don't believe it can happen. Willing disclosure is impossible, absolutely impossible. The governments will never, ever admit willingly what they know about UFOs, because to do so for them would be suicidal. It would be a gun to their head. That's what it would be. It would be absolutely self-destructive on their part. You know, I mean, many speakers have spoken of the scandal. Steve Bassett, Richard Dolan, I think, both used that word, the scandal of what will happen. You know, when we discover that, you know, that not only that this technology exists in the first place, that the governments have kept a secret. Well, it's more than a scandal. This is beyond scandal. This is beyond revelation. This is something beyond all comprehension. Human society does not have the structures within it to assimilate this information. It really does not. I mean, it's been designed that way. The Illuminati have designed our society so it doesn't have those structures, and you know, when it hits us, it'll be like a poison going in. It'll be like an electric shock of 60,000 volts. It will destroy society. I mean, the Illuminati will have to kiss the New World Order goodbye, that's for certain. I mean, this will be the end of their 500,000 year agenda. for the great work of ages, the control of all humanity under the New World Order, and they're not going to do that. They're not going to give that up. I mean, on one level, it's about money, and on the lower levels of the elite, you know, the people we call elite, you know, who are not the real elite. On one level, it's about money, and you know, we're not going to go up to the chairman of Royal Dutch Shell and say, "Sorry, your services are no longer required." Have you ever thought about opening up a shoe shop? No, that's not going to happen. You know, if you watch my film Frycraft, I'll put a link up in the description box. You watch that film, and I go into that issue in more detail. On the higher level, you know, it is about this great work of ages, this New World Order. You know, Stephen Bassett was saying, you know, he was standing there saying, well, this is how disclosure is going to happen. It's going to be a Friday evening. Everyone's going to be at home in front of the TV. They'll be eating their dinner, probably about 7 o'clock on a Friday evening, just so the stock market can't react too soon. And then people will, you know, there'll be the news, and at the end they'll say, well, we now cleared the entire schedule for the next 2 hours. We have a special announcement from the President of the United States. An old Barack man comes on, sitting there going, my fellow Americans, I'm here to tell you the UFOs are real. We've known they were real. We've known for almost 100 years that they were real. We also have the technology of their propulsion and power systems. And we have free energy that can provide unlimited electricity and power for eternity for all of you. But we forgot to tell you. Sorry. I don't think so. No way, that's not going to happen. No, that's not how it's going to happen, Stephen and Richard Dolan. No, it won't happen that way. We will never ever have willing disclosure like that. It cannot happen. This is how I think disclosure is going to happen. It'll only come about as part of the complete endgame between us and the Illuminati, the final defeat of the Illuminati, the final victory for humanity. That's how it'll happen. It'll happen after, you know, as part of that process. You know, probably quite late within that process. When that has happened, the Illuminati will be gone. I mean, I believe they will, and many people have said this, they will actually shapeshift back into reptilians and vanish, you know, from this dimension. And when that happens, we will then have Area 51, you know, will be there for us to explore, and we will break into it. It'll be completely deserted. We will walk up the Groom Lake Road. No one will stop us. We'll all drive our cars into the base. We'll break into Area 51. Go down into the basement, you know, with you probably use welding torches or oxyacetylene to cut through the vaults, and we'll see what they've got inside them, and then that's how disclosure will happen. Only then will we know the truth. That's how disclosure is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, HPANWO TV viewers. But despite that, you know, I do respect the exopolitical movement. I want to be involved with these people. I want to stay in touch with these people. I like them. They're good people. And I want to continue to attend the exopolitical conferences. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching this report on the Leeds Exopolitics Expo 2010. There are other reports coming, actually, because I'm attending other conferences. In 2 weeks, there's the Weird Conference at Warminster. And then in a week after that, there's Karen Sawyer's ARC convention, which I'll be going to. And there'll be a written report on that as well. Thank you for watching HPANWO TV, everybody. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order.